What up, my dudes? We got us another rut tester video, bro. Orlando, dude. Holy shit. I don't even know what I have the AI set to right now. I probably got them on, I think I got them on all time, but they're like super easy, right? Even when they're on all time, they're like not a challenge, bro. Pretty sure that's how it is on Legends. So, either way, we're going to see what kind of rut skis we can get going here on this track. Oh, Spency boy, hit the damn lines. Come on, buddy boy. Okay, let's see what kind of ruts we can get going on this one. I have been hearing from you guys that this track ruts up quite a bit. Now, everything's going to be interesting now that they've come out with this second update, that they have done some stuff to the terrain deformation. I don't think it gets as crazy as it was before. You know, it was getting so crazy that motherfuckers couldn't even get around the track, like, period, like, physically could not get the bike around the track. So I've definitely seen something on those patch notes where it said I think they like toned that back, like the bike's reaction over the terrain deformation or some shit like that. Spency boy, scrub daddy. So anyways, we might have a little bit of a different deformation experience than what you would have had when the game very first came out, right? So, holy shit, look at that rut. Okay, we already got some shit going here, boys. We got something going here, big dogs. Be sure and go hit all notification bells for the channel. That is the absolute best way to support my channel. That way you get notified for all the vidges. Okay? Spency boy out here on his Ryan Dungy number 5 KTM, dude. Holy shit. We're taking it super consistent mode, dude. This bike kind of fun, though, dude. This 252 smoker KTM kind of fun, though, dude. Holy shit. Okay, so is there an extended landing? Yeah, it's way out there. Yeah, there it is. There she is. Love the scrub mechanic feeling of this game. It's got like a little bit of a different vibe to it now since this second update came out. But this was kind of why I was kind of waiting on them to come out with this second update where they kind of make their first big change to the terrain deformation. I've kind of been waiting on that before I really start going in here and doing like a shitload of rut tester videos. What is that one fucking rut, dude? Is this like bugged out here? I'm like, what? Look at that. It literally looks like two bikes have rode, like two 420-pound, 1,000-pound bikes have rode on one spot of the... Bro, what is that? Holy shit. It just almost damn near looks like you had like a UTV on the track or something like that, right? I don't know what in the dog pile of dog dookie shit 420 blaze it that was, but okay. It's kind of weird. I don't know what it's doing here. You know, it's kind of, I think with any terrain deformation system, you got to be real careful when you update it, because a lot of times you're going to have to update for the update, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times that's how the terrain deformation systems are, but holy shit. I mean, it's making like one giant trench through some parts of it. Still not as bad as MX Sim because there's actually cushion to this game. Spency boy digresses on the old MX Sim nowadays. Holy shit, bro. Okay, that's a little triple. Okay, now we're crossing up these ruts on that jump face when it crossed back over on that triple because the AI, like, for some reason follows all the way around that corner. So, all right. I've got this set to max laps here. We'll run a few, just kind of see what the track does. But that is interesting. I don't know why in the hell it's making, like, such, like, two defined ruts as if there's only been like two people on the track. Now it's starting to get a couple more into that corner. But like, bro, I don't know what made that trench right there. It kind of seems like that might have been a bug. Like for some reason one dude's bike was, or unless the AI is going in the exact same spot, that might cause something like that. I'm not exactly sure, but what I have heard is each one of these tracks on Legends do kind of rut up and terrain deform differently, so that is certainly an interesting element of it. You see me kind of bouncing out of the rut right there, already making that a little more challenging. And people have been doing crazy shit like, I don't know if you can still do this after the update, but apparently you could go in there and like run a race and then restart it and the deformation would still be there. I haven't really looked to see if I could do that, but then you're kind of asking for your PC to crash and shit like that. I think my game crashed last time I did a rut tester video and I wasn't even doing anything like that, so holy shit. Don't pop off, Spency boy. Coming around the legendary lappers, you know what I'm saying? Bye-bye, buddy boys. Let me Paul Walker your ass real quick. All right. All right. Come on, Jimmy. Get out of the way, bro. Spency boy coming through. Galaxy boy coming through. Damn, I'm railing that corner, dude. Every lap, dude. I'm getting the perfect amount of fucking, like, clutch boost right out of that corner. There definitely still is clutch boosting. I know I've said in my video before, I thought they kind of toned it back a little bit. They still might have toned it back a little bit, but it's definitely still there. Peugeot, bro. That clutch boosting definitely still there, bro. So yeah, this is kind of feels like this. It's like it's not making as many ruts all over the track. It's making more just like ruts in one spot, but they're pretty big. I mean, look at that right there. Like, that's enough to fucking upset the bike on the jump face. You know what I mean? That is more than any milestone game has ever been, terrain deformation-wise, physically feeling it. You know, all those videos Spency Boy talked about, well, you can't really physically feel it in this whatever, you know, insert new milestone game title. But here, this is physically feeling it. But there still is a certain softness to it. Pinty Boy, ho-ho! Whoa! Dude, I almost deform bounced on a damn quad jump right there. That was a little insanity. All right. But yeah, this is like, bro, this is definitely doing something for sure. Oh shit. Spency Boy out here playing with one hand. He's a legend. But yeah, you can like go up the inside here. I almost think it's more, at least on this track, it's kind of making more of a vibe of like stay out of the ruts on the jump faces. Kind of what it feels like. Like it's just, you're kind of just asking for the bike to maybe potentially get out of shape if you try to go straight on these ruts. But if you're in a battle, you may have to go through these ruts to pass somebody. So, you know, situations can be different, and that's what's so cool about terrain deformation is it kind of puts those dynamic elements into play where you know, you might have, depending on who you're racing with, the ruts may be in a totally different spot. They may rut up in an entirely different way depending on how sharp everybody's turning, depending on the skill level of the players and where they're going at on the track. You know, a game like Legends, it's really going to do something different depending on where everybody goes on the track. Oh shit. Yeah, you go out there, you'll fucking rut up that shit way out there, boy. You go up there, you'll get some popcorn on you from the stands, dude. You don't want that. You'll get Jimmy's damn unsweet tea on top of your head out over in that direction, bro. So, yeah, this kind of feels like it's like a mellow terrain deformation, but it's just real precise on where it's putting it, you know? It's like, so I don't really know if that's like a bug or not. I'm not sure. I would have to ride on a few more different tracks with this new update to really tell that, but it's not like unrideable. Definitely not anything crazy like that. I don't know why I keep doing that in that spot, but all right. Definitely not unrideable, but it's enough to, you know, if you're not quite ready for it, you may hit one of these ruts on these jump faces, and especially maybe if you're trying to scrub one way and it's like goes the opposite direction the way the rut kind of turns. See, some of these ruts are turning over the jump face. Like dudes have been scrubbing over that one spot of the jump face. So if you're scrubbing the opposite direction, it's probably going to make your bike do a fucking TP 720, big dog. You know what I mean? That's probably what it's going to do. So And you got that trench right there. Spency boy kind of on one, though, dude. Oh, shit. Oh, we popped off. Not in the good way, dude. Not in the good way, dude. I could be hitting this inside right here. Not doing quite as much on the whoops as I was kind of expecting it to on this track. So, But this just might be one of those Supercross tracks that it's like trying to replicate a little bit more of that hard packy-ish vibe. But like I say, overall, it's not a crazy amount of terrain deformation forming right here. It's actually, you know, pretty chill. I mean, it's not that hard to stay out of these ruts or stay out of this terrain deformation. Especially when you got clear track, obviously, right? But if you was like in the middle of a damn pro race vibe type thing on this, it might be a slightly different story. But interesting how it's like, what? It's like nobody is going outside right there, apparently. My bike getting squirrely off that. And that's interesting, isn't it? How some of these jump faces are rutting up a lot more than the others. Some spots of the track is rutting up more and differently than others. So kind of keeps you on your toes. You're like, was this the corner where that big ass rut was? Or was this the jump face where those ruts are really gnarly and not just a little bit gnarly? You know, it kind of makes you play that little game in your head. So that's pretty cool. Finally hitting that a little better. You can kind of triple into these whoops here. Those are starting to get a little chewed up, I believe. I think that's what that is right there. Love these little extended landings that they have on some of these bigger Supercross jumps in this game. There's that bounce. I knew we'd get that physics bounce at some point. They've took some of it out with this new update, but she's still there a little bit. You know what I'm saying? She's still there a little bit. Yeah, these boys are just like straight driving right in that one side of the track. That must be what it's doing, I guess, is the AI is just going in such a laser line on certain parts of the track. Like, get out of that fucking line, dude. Holy shit. Take a different line, boys. Come on now. Come on now. So you may have a totally different experience with this, with actual real, real players that you're going up against. I just keep wanting to hit that quad, but I'm not doing it every time. Spency boy just not pulling the trigger. Not sipping enough tea. It's tragic. Okay. We got quite a few dude skis right here. Holy shit, bro. 25 wide in the corner. 420 wide in the corner. You know what I mean? Oh. Scrub off this triple for show. You just don't want to go off the track, bro, or do that. It is kind of hard to crash, like, whipping too hard and, like, you're too sideways and you just land and crash. You got to be pretty far over to do that. Spency boy, like, not even paying attention now. Okay. Home dog, get out of that line, dude. Get out of that line, dude. Like, damn. Whoa. All right. Spency boy just lost his flow. Apparently, bro. We'll get back around these dudes right quick. Ski. I don't even know what lap we're on, but if I could guess, I would say we're probably on, like, lap... what the fuck would we be on? Sometimes I lose track of time, if you know what I'm saying, boys. Here, I'll go turn the HUD on. We'll take a look. Yeah, I was going to say we was on about lap 10. We're on lap 13 here, so almost halfway through a 30-lap race. But I'll tell you what, that'd be pretty fun to come in here and do like a 30-lap with a bunch of people. I could definitely see some pro race sort of potential in this game. It's got enough to it where I really feel like you could almost get that sort of official Monster Energy Supercross 3 kind of vibe, competitiveness to it. So that's kind of cool. And setups and tuning and all that type of fun shit that I've not even really gotten into at all in this game. Bro, I'll tell you what, if you clutch boost at the right time in a corner, you can just get that bike driving, bro. See, that's why I'm having trouble hitting that quad right there, because I'm I'm carving over, like if I try to turn sharp enough to carry all that momentum, then I carve the face of the jump. And then you lose straight drive momentum because then you drift off of the damn jump face. You know, you kind of scrub off the jump face, and then you've lost a little bit of that straight, dude, I'm like explaining some next level shit right here. that straight drive momentum, not just overall momentum, you know what I mean? There's some levels and layers to that shit, bro. You definitely learn all that kind of stuff when you play MX Sim and shit like that for a long time. You learn how it's like you gotta get that bike to pivot in the exact spot in the corner, and then it be straight enough with enough traction for a certain amount of time, or you're just not going to have enough mile per hour to even be able to think about hitting that big jump. You know, it's like these little like just base level things you have to do. And then you got all the other parameters and the extra things like terrain deformation that could derail you, or a little bit of slide that you get out of the corner that could derail you. You know, it's kind of some different things that goes into that, but pretty fun hitting this little jump, this little triple ski over the finish line. Nice little rut forming there in that corner. But yeah, it's not getting a lot of crazy ruts. Like in most of the corners, they're not that bad on this track. Like, I mean, you can see them right there a little bit, but I don't think it's going to do that much to you in the corners, just other than feeling it a little bit. But it will certainly do something to you on these jump faces on this track. There's that line. Holy shit. Finally hitting that. I was about to say, I don't think it's going to do that much to you in the whoops, but I just fucked up right there because I didn't hit the corner right. But I don't think it's doing enough on the whoops to make those like super crazy more difficult than they already were at the beginning. This corner is kind of tricky right here because it's like that triple jump face, and there's just two super defined ruts going into it. That one's a little tricky, but for the most part, it's not too bad. It's more of just kind of feeling the terrain deformation, but it's not super affecting the gameplay. You know, it's kind of right in that range a little bit. But it is on the jump faces. That's the biggest spot I'm kind of noticing where that deformation is really affecting. Certainly on those jump faces, especially when you're wide open, seat bouncing, scrubbing, you know, doing different kind of shit. The more aggressive you are on the jump face, the more this deformation is going to affect you, right? So that's about what it feels like. But yeah, I think this track is meant to kind of be more of a hard packy or something like that maybe. So it's not like as soft, like a bunch of shitload of ruts like you'd have on a Seattle or something like that, you know? Doesn't quite feel like that. I can definitely feel it on that jump face. Okay, lappers. Alrighty. Okay. Holy shit, Spence. Well, that's pretty well giving you a decent look at what we got going on here. So definitely you can still feel it. I don't know if MX First ATV toned back on the rate that it creates it, or how it creates it. I know they did something to the way the bike reacts to it, but I'm sure they've toned it down a little bit from what it was. But some spots feel like it hasn't really been toned down any, and other spots do. So that's kind of what it feels like to me right here. But either way, still a lot of fun. I want to do a lot more of these rut tester videos on Legends, kind of getting more different kind of experiences with what it does on different kind of motocross tracks and stuff like that. So either way, bro, that's lap 18. I mean, it's still going here. It definitely is still going. Oof. Make that a little tricky. But yeah, it's more so the like couple of bigger spots where there's like two giant ruts in these corners. That's the biggest spot I'm noticing it actually affect, you know, the gameplay itself. Ooh, right there, yeah. Kind of feels like you bottom the bike out on the jump face. That's pretty sick. Oh, shit. There we go. Bro, we got that KTM suspension out here, dude. We got that. We can stop. Whoa, there's a jump. There's a jump, fatty. I didn't even realize I might even be able to hit that. Holy crap. Dude, I tell you what, Legends got that really fun vibe to it where it's like, oh, you can actually hit it all the way to there? Oh, I rode like 20 laps, didn't even realize that. Oh, you can every once in a while get the perfect clutch boost and momentum to hit that quad? Oh, I didn't realize that, you know? It's got that fun little feeling to it like that. Whoa, there we go. Now she's doing so. I need to run a couple more laps here because I don't want to get off of here too quick. She's doing something now, boys. She's really affecting it now, boys. All right. And it's definitely chewing those whoops up a little bit. Not making them too much more difficult, but you can see it more on those whoops than you could the other whoops on the track for some reason. So it might be smarter for me to actually hit some of these lines that kind of draw away from the ruts. Holy bounce. Stay out of those ruts. Okay. Bro, if you run a full 30 laps on a track, that'll definitely give you that feeling like you're in a damn real life main event, you know. Typically a real life main event's close to like 20 laps, 22 laps. It used to just be 20 laps before they went to some motocross moto style shit. I don't know why they did that, but yeah, so we're just about like what would be like a main event's worth of laps on the track here. If I would have to guess, I mean, there may be some of these ruts that get deeper if you keep going, but I would almost have to guess some of this would have to smooth out a little bit instead of just continue to dig down more and more and more. You know what I'm saying? I need to start hitting this inside, bro. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Bro, imagine jumping all the way across that start straight. Holy shit. That'd be pretty next level. Oh, Spency boy. Bro, you ever popped off in the middle of the berm? Yeah. Yeah, I can do it. A lot of like, this game has a lot of where you're just trying to keep your damn momentum up. You know, you're not trying to do any little thing to the steering that might slow that momentum down any. It's kind of the whole thing to this game. It's like ooh, that is a nice little, kind of get yourself where if you're less aggressive. A lot of times once deformation gets formed on a track, it's got to be a lot less aggressive. You know, you got to just kind of let the bike work underneath you, as they would say. And you got to be less like, don't steer as hard, or that'll upset the bike more over a deformed spot on the jump faces. You know, kind of learn that with these different games. And that's kind of the way it is in real life, too. If it's like super amounts of ruts and kickers and shit, a lot of times it's just better to not be as like aggressive. You got to flow better on the track when it gets like that, because the track just gets so chewed up. Okay, we're on lap Chad Reed right now. Oh, shit. All right, boys. I mean, that's 23 laps right here. That's giving you a pretty good look at it. You might get slightly more ruttage going on to lap from 23 to 30, but unless you're doing the little, oh, shit, there it is. Oh, dude. It's like so unexpected when you jump that all the way. But, yeah, it's kind of like, I definitely think it just all depends on what track you're on with this deformation, man. But if you're not doing the, like, run a bunch of laps and then restart, is it going to do all that much more from lap 23 to 30? Like I say, it may do a little bit, but I think you got a pretty good idea of what it's going to do right here. So either way, big dogs, appreciate you guys watching all the videos. See you boys on that next one later, dudes.